All right, thank you so much for welcoming us to your beautiful spa. This is Oscar Msomi of Unfiltered with Oscar Msomi. And today we are in a beautiful town in the North Coast with the two beautiful ladies who are the owners of this beautiful establishment that we're visiting today. Just to give you a bit of a rundown, this is Ubuhle Bendalo Boutique Spa. It is located in the North Coast, that is just off Durban, not so far away. And of course, it is a town that is quite ancient. It's got its own history. And what is really exciting this time is that Sinembo Ward, a beautiful woman who saw an opportunity and said that they would definitely grab it. Instead of just looking for an odd job here and there, we should do that, but also let's create an opportunity for abantu banasekhaya and the youth of our society to also have an opportunity to have some kind of employment. So, the beautiful ladies that we have here are going to explain to us who they are and give us more insight into that. But just to give you a bit of a rundown, we have Priscilla and Zanele. These ladies here that we have today are sisters, and they are the owners and the CEOs and heads of Ubuhle Bendalo Boutique and Spa. It is a beautiful spa that you really need to come and pay a visit to in one of the days that are to follow. And thank you so much for welcoming Unfiltered with Oscar Msomi to your spa. How are you doing?
Peter, thank you so much for having us. Peter Mina.
Yes. What I will ask for is that we just up our voices a bit. I can also just catch the audio here, but I will adjust. But what is nice is that we also want to have all that sound come out so that people know exactly what we're here for today. I know this is a beauty spa of which you did a Pamper, and you deal with deal with the finer things of life, where that you want to look out for, you want to take care of your skin, you want to feel good. This is one of the stops that you have to make so that you get to have that.
Exactly.
But just to take it back a little bit, especially when Priscilla, because I did have a little bit of a preview with your staff, and one of them told me that you actually did study in beauty technology. Maybe you're going to give me the right term for that, but she did explain because you tapped into that. Going back all the way, starting with you, Priscilla, how was the time where you grew up and found yourself having to tap into what would eventually be a business? What made you realize, I would want to own a business that has to do with, with beautifying people?
It's gonna go quite a long way back. Growing up, my mom owned salons, actually, if I remember correctly.
Right.
I was only 15 when she passed on. But with my recalling from back in the day, she owned about 4 salons. Originally, we actually grew up in Kasi, in India.
Right.
So that's where we were born, and we moved to Tongat about 30 plus years ago. So we've been here for quite some time. But
that's a long time.
Yes, and Ama Salona Kaibo, all of those places in Nanda, and that's what I knew. Uma had a talent in she would do. I know back then they were not as popular as what we are doing now.
That thing just started booming
but
now.
Yes, but I know she was a fashion designer. She would design garments, and I know Uzalel actually took after my mom because she's actually a graduate with a diploma in fashion.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes.
So that's how you guys ended up fusing this whole thing together. It came together naturally.
Yes.
Your mother played a prominent role in that. Exactly. So it was only natural for you to also find yourself playing in that same space.
Exactly.
And Zanele, how's your experience from the time that you're growing up, she's doing the you came to a point where you were like, I'm going to work with fabric, I'm going to work with clothes, to a point where you decided, no, let me go and pursue studies that are in relation to this. How was your journey through that? I want your voice.
Ngithatha indwangu ngihlanganisa ngifaka ophinde ngifaka inkinobho nalafuneke ingene khona ngabona ukuthi haye kahle mina umuntu ungakangifanele.
Right.
Ukuthi nje ngiyimele ngangivele ngikuthanda ngisho ngisafunda isikole.
That's right.
Kwaba ikhona ukuthi uma ushona sisabancane bathi saqashalaza saqhubeka ngaba nenhlanhla ngahlangana nomuntu ozongifundisa wangifundisa ngakwazi ukuthi ngingene ku fashion.
Okay.
I-fashion kahle uma uyibheka iyahambiselana ne-beauty.
It does.
Yeba kahle awukwazi ugqoko ube muhle futhi bese uba muhle.
And to feel good as well.
Yeah.
Ngicabanga ukuthi being one of the products that you carry like high. You do full body massage, you do all the face scrub and manicure, pedicure.
Yes.
So all of those things go with how you feel.
How you feel
Nane
and
will also
how
play
you
into
actually
that
wanna
because
look.
you want to feel and look good.
It goes
Yeah.
like I promise you. There's this one person who came out to me and said, you know what, you have no idea that you are a doctor in your own right because you are changing lives. You make people feel good about themselves.
Yes.
You bring out this thing, and I actually laughed, I was like, you know what, you just messing
But
around. And because I
please.
promise you, wanting to look a certain way
Exactly.
and Apume feeling a certain way, and that to me is healing. That
Exactly.
to me is something that
You are a specialist in your own right.
Exactly.
I don't think it only cuts off and get their nails done. The conversations that you also engage in, they're healing. We all go through that.
Yeah.
And then you come to a spa where no one knows your story, but if you want to let it out, you can to a stranger, because it's always easier to talk to a stranger.
Welcoming environment.
That's part of the package, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. Yeah.
And you obviously didn't stop with just producing products, because I understand Guti, you do the services of nails, hair, beauty, face, feet, and everything, which is personal to umuntu ukuthi uzofunani, and you obviously have different prices that have to cater for that.
Yes.
But you push it a step further, and you said you're gonna make your own products as a package rating at this time with your own label.
Yes.
That's owning your space right there. That's really incredible. How did you come to that part where we're not only going to do the service, but we're also going to cater for abantu abafuna ukuthenga and move out with stuff?
I would say what we realized was uma abantu befika coming, like, let's say we book an appointment, umuntu afika wenza inzipho, umuntu ufika for hair treatment. People want to find out how do I then keep this going. Like, if say you get a set of hair, because we sell weaves as well, we sell hair as well. Yes.
I can see the beautiful hair she's wearing.
Say, how do I then keep this nice and fresh and still looking good? And we thought, you know what, if people come to us and they're asking what's a good product that I can use, if somebody enjoys a certain treatment that we offer, my massage, and they say it's quite good on my skin, it smells good, it makes me feel good, where do we then get the product? So that's where we then, because we have a supplier, so we went to a supplier that we use for our products. And it's like, you know what, we are getting so many clients who are interested in saying, you know what, where can we
they
get
want
the
to
product
confidence of
ourselves? Yes, and
yeah.
so luckily the lady that we work with, Ubuhle Bendalo, where we buy our products, but you know what, you guys can actually have your own products that we provide to you, and then
buy in bulk and rebrand.
Yes.
Beautiful stuff. So you guys never stopped at anything. You saw that opportunity, and just like you saw the opportunity, Uguti, because I'm assuming, Uguti, you didn't just by chance come up to Siswam. It doesn't work like that, right? You probably went through some hardships. Either I'm coming back in Sebes, like Zanele just explained it to us. Even coming to there's still this void.
Yeah.
So that gave birth to Ubuhle Bendalo.
Yes.
And that on its own gave another offspring of which you sell our products, which are in-house. And move out with the stuff.
Exactly.
And you didn't even stop there. You guys are just full of surprises. They didn't stop there. You actually, because in Temangeti, go through your page and go through what it is that you do after we made an agreement that we're going to have the setting.
Yeah.
I found out you have an academy as well. So you're actually passing it forward. And that's what Unfiltered is also about.
Yeah.
If you can showcase especially because we've been disadvantaged.
Yeah.
But now we have all the tools, we have media, we have internet, we have all of these things that can put us out there.
It is so easy now. I promise you, we live in a world where the opportunities are there, and if you are going to sit and say, and
The
tell me
person
to
will
wake
never
up, you are
come.
not. The person is not coming.
The person will never come.
With what you have and within what you are doing, if when you are born amathuba owavulela kule space okusona, no one's going to come and especially with the current situation
Exactly.
we have
With the COVID,
pandemic, and I promise you, it's been so hard for people to get jobs. People have been losing jobs, and this whole side of us training the ladies came with, honestly, COVID, because I've just lost my job. Can you guys not train us to do what you are doing?
And that's, you're opening another service so about that they can take
one
and
person.
use.
It took just one person saying, nami ngiyafisa ukuthi ngifunda ukwenza lezi zinto enzenza like
So Priscilla, you've been quite amazing at that because you've always been jumping at the fact of Nazi opportunity. I'm not gonna waste time or wait for any kind of approval. I'm gonna use that.
Oscar, if I can just say there, I am one person, especially because, like I said, our parents passed on quite early on, and I was really raised by my sister.
Wow.
So I took from her, Ubuhle, she does not let something pass her.
That's right.
If she says I'm gonna go and get that thing, she
goes for it.
So I grew up so space to less, so struggling a bit, yes, because parents went there, but we were forced to grow up pretty fast. And you are really meant to go and get something, and you make something out of what you're going to get.
You can't be waiting for your assurance from when there's no one to go and run back to.
We didn't have that luxury.
Yes. How can we contribute? Wow.
That's basically
that's a big part.
So kahle kahle indaba yokufunda kwabantu kwaqala kanjalo ukuthi saqala sanikeza abantu abasha.
Wow.
We were offering free training for a long time.
Ikhona interest and abantu bapick up.
Saqala ke sabona ukuthi asiqale nathi sikhokhise futhi nama-prize ethuka awekho.
They're reasonable.
Very reasonable.
And it's always nice when you're empowering the next person because they're going to tell a good story about you. It's a good reference. Maye umuntu ungafika lapha ngokwenza ikhanda and the next thing ngabona ukuthi sengilahlekelo umsebenzi ngaba ngaya khona and I got a service yokuthi ngikwazi ukufunda to do inzipho zabantu. Manje ekhaya sengakwazi ukuthi ngizenzele abantu and make that 200 rands randomly on the weekend. Yabona ukuthi every single time we do more, you always receive more. And that's why this business is growing and being such a success. So the prospects for Ilokuzana, for Ubuhle Bendalo, what are your plans for the future and where would you like to take it? As much you've already established it, it's in the center of the town. You didn't just, because Maningi was some boutique, people open them a big room You have shown the standard, so we have a bigger clientele and we are actually opening. Because in Gatingwana, my client people that come through, you've got people of color, you've got I've seen some Indian ladies, I've seen some white people coming through as well. You are situated exactly where you're supposed to be to receive the maximum number of clients. What is in the future for Ubuhle Bendalo?
I would definitely say, because I'm going to just quickly say this, because I come from a teaching background. So before we came up with Ubuhle Bendalo, I have a teaching background. So I've been a teacher for quite some time, and I actually left a good teaching job to start this.
And it doesn't make sense. You look so young to say because you've been a teacher for a long time.
I was. And so that's where the interest in having to be able to teach other people what we are now doing here lies.
It came inside you already.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So I would say I would want it to grow more academically. We would want to grow the academic side of the business more because our space isn't as big enough to have all
and
the
you're still getting more clients.
So now what we do is we book people per week and weekly courses because we just don't have enough space, and especially with COVID, we're struggling to really keep up to the COVID regulations and all of that. So we're trying to take a limited number of students, but I would like for that to grow, have a bigger space where we can just hold the trainings there. And obviously more branches. We have clients coming from Joburg. We have clients coming from Pinetown. We have clients all the way from Stenga. So we've been getting requests from all over, people saying, please open a branch in Johannesburg, open a branch in Durban. And we currently have 2 branches which are both located in Tonga. So we've just tried
you really need to just reach out more because I'm about to buy full service.
So we do have something in the books. I don't want to jinx it.
It's not just a show.
But our North Coast clients can also, in the near future, expect another branch in Ballito. So we have a lot of clients coming from this side. So if we can just get one coming from this side, I think that would be the closest thing that we can do.
So,
and obviously grow further on to other places.
So clearly the future is bright. But it worries me as well while we're on that. I just want to tap into something that you tapped into. COVID was I don't want to say it was because we're still in the midst of it, especially now this looming news of there's a third wave that might be coming. How were you able to? Because I believe because Ubuhle Bendalo comes from 2017, that's when the baby was born. from 2017 to 2021, a whole lot of things have happened.
A whole lot.
And businesses have been, like, we know what happened.
We
Abantu
know.
bafadile, abantu lost their jobs, like you did mention.
Yeah.
How are you guys able to swim through that storm and find yourself still standing? Mase futhi nikhuluma about the fact that you have prospects to grow and to actually branch out to other areas. How are you able to go through that?
You know, Oscar, I won't lie, COVID, if it's more
Yeah.
because I mean, what you want for your business is nothing but growth in it. So you would not want a time where you are having to close down business and you're asked to stay home and you can't have the business running. And especially being a beauty sector, we were only open under level 2. So because it's
so
such
for that
a
whole
touchy-feely
period, you could not function. You could
we
not
could
move.
not. We were
Wow.
not able to, because there's too much personal contact with running a spa.
Especially
you have to
you
physically
go by-
touch somebody
you
to
always-
do a massage. You have
yeah.
to physically touch somebody to do their hair. The contact is too close, so
You had to cut that out
we
somehow.
had to cut it out
Yeah.
somehow. And I think we survived because we were still able to do mobile bookings. So a mobile booking is more of a private, more smaller setup where if the client feels they can have you in their home and you have obviously proven that you've tested and
Right.
the client also says, you know what, we're
Then
all
there's
good,
that confidence.
then there's that confidence there.
Yeah.
And we were able to obviously do the mobile, as much as they were not as big as you would want them to be.
Right.
People were still quite scared of the whole COVID thing.
Mm.
But we didn't lose hope.
You survived, man.
Yeah, we did not. We were like practically saying we were doing bookings. I was every day online saying I'm
Yeah.
trying to get as much mobile bookings as I can.
Beautiful stuff.
So we didn't lose hope, basically.
And that's the other point that I wanted to get to, because while I was doing that little preview with Cecily, who's your staff,
Yeah.
I wanted to find out, and she did tell me, Guti, you actually do that. You have a service where you have call-outs, and umuntu makuthi they have that kind of trust. I wonder if a woman like you would also have such a trust. You could see, let's say a customer calls you out, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time, no, hey, yabona le. Wayabona ke le. Ayingibize nje.
Yeah.
Ayingibize nje massage. There's another agenda. I want to find out how do you deal with that, because kwamina in my own little corner, I if I was a guy, or maybe I should just cut that. But if I was a guy and I really needed the service, what would happen if I called Ubuhle Bendalo?
Yes.
And I'd say I need the services of Zanele, I need
Yeah.
the services of Priscilla, to have the privilege
Yeah.
to pick, point and choose. Who do I really
do
want the
you
service
really
from?
want?
And how does that affect you guys?
Yeah.
Are there security measures that you have in place? Maybe do you have an escort of a male, I would say, perhaps? Who, how do you handle that? Like, let's start with you, Zanele.
Yeah.
I want to come to Priscilla. I want to find out. Nango ngoba usiyafona ke manje lapho uthi no, hey,
Yeah.
tanama uzi nani iqala lisho kabi.
Angifuni uqamba amanga when it comes to imobile sinabo laba befike bebuze leyo mbuzo khona la eSpa.
Right.
But most of the time imobile yethu uthola ukuthi vele ufona wena umuntu wesilisa but ufonela wena nonkosikazi wakho.
Oh, of course.
Ufonela wena.
Everything must be on
Ney'ngane
top of the
zakho.
table.
Yes. So ngifuna uqamba amanga sihlale sibe nalo lelo side where ngempela sesiba nenkinga ke manje sekufuneka sifonele amaphoyisa.
Right.
Yeah.
No dodgy characters on your side. No dodgy characters on your side, Priscilla.
You know what, Oscar?
It's a beauty industry, so
It's a beauty
there's
industry.
no way that you can run from people being attracted, right?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. You get one or two clients who will really just mess up your day by really asking you lento nje le kumele ngabe ngempela.
Passive comments that you don't need.
So I've had even people coming up to me and saying, well, I want you to do the massage. Like they would request for me.
I've got people to do
Yes.
that.
I've got staff to do that.
Yes.
And that's how brave some guys are.
Of course.
And I think because when you run a business, you've got to understand all of your clients. And I think it's very important to be able to deal with your clients head on.
I like
and
that.
to not allow somebody to
go beyond
what you offer.
Because
So-
once you become too comfortable with them, because cool for
you cannot then come out of that. So you have to be stern.
You
in
draw
what
the
you're
line.
offering. You have to draw the line. When the girls come here, they know exactly what the rules are. If somebody comes in and they start doing this and this, you know, to stop the service right there. And
we can't service you because this is not what we do.
Yeah, so they know that very well. And with also a lot of bookings, that go out with the mobile, we don't really necessarily get males that much. We only just get group bookings. Matumazanu go out on my vacation, we want pampering. But I think if we were in the near future to get something like that, I think I'm in a space where I can now deal with such a thing.
You would be, because you've lamented yourself. You've been here long enough.
So it wouldn't be an issue.
And just on that point that you tapped into, the beauty space has predominantly been believed to be in Jabat Besfazane, but we've come out of that age. We've got metro men now.
Yep.
I don't want to start categorizing because there's too many categories, too many letters to cover.
And that's
and we're not there. Kodwa, we are in an age where umuntu wesilisa also wants to do good.
Yes. Oscar, I promise you, I would say 70% of our clients are female.
Right.
30% are.
Trust me, that 30% is going to be more, because
yeah.
Me now right now being here, when I got here, I got a bit jealous. There was a customer that you had on that corner.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Dada, and I'm like, okay, because your clientele is very nice. You cater from kids. On the other side, I saw Sabangane, they were busy with their nails being done. Oh, yeah, the tape it, the yak is coming up. And this side, when I came this side where we set up right here, there was a umama also cooler, and she was drinking her tea, and like, wow, what a nice service. Land where you relax, you have a nice job, you have. We share each generations that been there, and you come here and you relax.
And I promise you, it's such a nice thing that we offer, because I promise you, when we opened this place,
it's close to the heart.
It's close to the heart, and we didn't necessarily have something that offers this kind of service in Tongat.
You see now.
So the Kaskats Vulas, we did not have that many boutiques. And I would proudly say, since inspiration, because we've seen quite a few.
You see,
which makes me happy. I promise you.
You're gonna be
that's how I take competition. If I see somebody liking something that I'm doing, it proves me that I'm doing something right.
Exactly, because
you can
it
take after what I'm
you.
doing. Exactly. It encourages me to then keep on going and getting better at what I'm doing.
Obviously, you have to always.
You won't copy Umuntu or when you won't.
No, if you don't polish your craft, it's also gonna get that tannish, and it just loses its shine.
Exactly.
But in the about what I cool is that people often get discouraged. Okay, now I've opened a spa. 2 doors down the line. Of course, you cannot stop because it's free will. It's a free country.
Exactly.
You know, the moment you stop noticing and concentrating on what you're doing and worrying about the you're not going to go anywhere. And this is because you're investing all your energy in the wrong place now. When and it's going to soar if it's supposed to be.
If it's supposed to be. If in the way I believe, if something is meant to be yours, and if you really believe that what you're doing is what you like to do, and what you're doing it out of your heart, this is not just a business. It's a business because it brings income, and we've got staff about it that we pay.
But you're taking care of so many homes, eh?
We are, Oscar, we are. And but it's in our blood. It's a family thing, too. Yeah, so this is what I even joke sometimes to my son, and I say, you know what, one day
you see now, and it's gonna be happening. It's gonna be happening because this is project.
In language, this is what we do.
Always think big, always go big.
Exactly. So
that's lovely. Zanele, what's your closing comment? Like, what would you like for us as Unfiltered to understand, and for people at home who are going to be watching this podcast, what would you like for them to understand about, especially the services that you do? Because I know when you're hands-on, Priscilla so you should figure it out, she was up and down, and I guess it would make sense. Are you serious? But I want to know from you, because you're very quiet. Yeah, what do you guys, the services that you do now, as we're kind of drawing to a close, because I usually keep it at about 30 minutes so that Mutas will say the whole thing.
Yes.
What is it that you usually do, and what are the services that you do, from your hair to your nails to a massage, in your own words, Nizani, and how do you make it exclusive?
Okay, if I can take that, Ubuhle Bendalo is a place where I take it as a place of relaxation.
Right.
You want to come and you unwind.
Mhm.
You want to take care of yourself. It's a place where you are saying, I'm starting with me first.
That's right.
So if you are you're working hard, or you know you want to pamper yourself, you are then saying, this is me time, and this is where you come.
Beautiful.
So Tina, we give individual attention, like how figure, whether you're doing your nails or you're doing your hair. It's fully
Right.
We come here with any other stress that you might have, whether it's work related, it's personal, whatever.
Right.
Sifuna ukuthi umuntu aphumela ehappy ukuthi you know what, ngiye laphaya, and those guys know what they're doing. They really took me and Bangberg is a space where it's peaceful.
You feel good about
You feel
yourself.
good
You
about
walk
yourself.
in these walls. The moment you come out, you're a brand new person. Not
Yes.
just inside, but
Not just
even the
inside.
glow of your
Yes,
soul becomes
exactly.
purified. It's
So,
a beautiful thing, man.
yeah, that is what we offer. I mean, we do nails, we do pedicures, we do body treatments,
Wow.
we offer products, we do hair. There's so many things we do. I mean, we're training the girls. We do an event,
Wow.
so it's not just also a mobile call out where we go and we offer the service in your space. We host events as well.
Wow.
So if you say you have a 10-year-old who's celebrating her birthday and you want
the
to
little
have
girls
this
to be
little girls
pampered,
family,
yes, in their
so
tutu dresses and
we
everything.
do all of that.
Wow.
So yeah, so I mean
It's holistic, man. It looks like you're covering all the angles of
We
this thing
try.
of being
Yes.
called beautiful and trying to make the whole world be beautiful.
Exactly.
So, like, what's in the future? Like, besides the fact that you've done so much, and the fact that you say and you wanna reach out to more towns and like
Yeah.
that, where are you taking this baby called Ubuhle Bendalo?
Honestly, I think for me, I would love to see this place franchise in the near future.
Right.
We've had too many people who really like what we do saying, if you could just offer it somewhere else. And I know that the possibilities are always there, but you would also want other people to take on what you're doing.
course.
Sometimes you want somebody to just own what you are personally doing and
That's
make
right.
it their own.
Right.
So if we can franchise a business, I would be happy, because we've had offers actually, and
People
because
wanna buy in
people
it.
want to buy in it. So people have said, you know what, your name is so well known now that people, when you mention Ubuhle Bendalo, people know who you
Umuntu wazi
are.
ngathi sikhuluma
Yes,
ngani.
so it would be so easy for us to take on your name and have it open up somewhere and have it running, and that's how confident people have made us.
And I know Uti, I know for a fact Uti, someone who's been very instrumental in that is Ubogi Mhlanga, who's your ambassador. That woman is a
That-
gold. She's a diamond.
That's amazing, superstar.
That's a beautiful soul, isn't she?
Beautiful soul. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I promise you, she sent me a message earlier wishing me, you know, I wish you guys all the best.
Yeah, she's really excited.
She's amazing. She never forgets us. I promise you, each time she will always mention us. We took her as she's now one of our own. She's
course.
basically
She's
one
part
of
of the
our own.
family,
She's part of
yeah.
the family, and
Definitely.
we love what she's doing, and she's amazing. And I really wish she could have been here.
Yeah.
But I know she's gonna love watching this.
That's just definitely gonna love watching
Yeah.
this. And as we draw to a close, I want people in Makai ukuthi babe nendlela yokuthi bazi ukuthi since you are here and you are located in Downending and you have all this mobile call-out service, that's being besides the point. You still want to see what Ubuhle Bendalo offers.
Yeah.
Where can people get your information on the websites? How do people get through to you?
Okay, so we do have a Facebook page, which is Ubuhle Bendalo Boutique Spa.
Right.
And we do have an Instagram page, which is at Ubuhle Bendalo Boutique Spa as well.
Perfect.
So currently we're not on Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter.
Twitter is very hard to break into.
It is
I've
very
tried.
yes.
I don't know. I've tried myself, and whenever I'm into Twitter,
Yeah.
come on, confusion because
I don't know
I start
what's
seeing,
going on.
I
Yeah.
start seeing replies, and I'm not sure what to put in, and I'm like, okay, this is not for me.
No,
And then
so-
I quickly jump back to
You
EOG,
and me
which
both.
is Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so for now, people can get us on Facebook. Our Facebook is quite easy to work. You can see all of our products there. We have pictures of what we do.
Yeah.
It's got a WhatsApp line that is linked to the Facebook that takes you straight to the booking section that comes straight to our WhatsApp.
Wow.
So if you're on the Facebook, you want to make a booking, you want to
You
call
send a
us,
message on that tab.
you tap there, it just comes straight on our cell phones.
Perfect. You've made
Yeah.
it quite convenient.
It's quite convenient.
Zanele,
yeah.
any words from you?
Engakusho akufona wonke umuntu ne-Facebook siyatholakala enambeni 078 655 9372.
That
Yeah.
number again, please.
078 655 9372.
and that is Zanele Chamane with Priscilla Chamane. They are sisters, and Priscilla is a twin. She did tell us that, so she's a bit, I guess she's the feisty one. But
Yes.
they are not sisters. I think they're siblings. Zanele is the older one in this
Yeah.
situation, but they took an opportunity where they saw what's okay, sharp. We don't care about that. What we're going to do is open a spa boutique, which is going to be able to cater for youth, abantu abadala, abantu aba interested in products of beautifying. That will be your nail products, your hair products. Those things are conveniently found in the store, which is Ubuhle Bendalo Boutique Spa in Tongat. And this is Unfiltered with Oscar Somi. We paid them a visit today, and we hope you're able to get through to this podcast as we're going to be posting it on YouTube. Remember, it's also very simple to get through to Ubuhle Bendalo. You will find their page on Facebook and on Instagram. Just follow them, send them a message. Even the messages that you will send them, they come directly to their phones through WhatsApp, so that makes it very easy. We just want to say, for welcoming Unfiltered with Oscar Somi to your beautiful establishment. You've really done an amazing work, and the fact that you're passing it forward with this academy just means that your hearts are really made of gold.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now Kainsan is not here, he's supposed to be pressing stop. That means I have to edit this.
Oh no.
Wow, that was nice.
That was nice, yeah. That was great.